Hey everyone, it's Julie, and today I just want to share with you my story about RA and how I got here today as a holistic health coach. Okay, oh my God, where do I begin? All right, so several years ago, I was a recent graduate from college and I had a wonderful job at a great TV network, and I was in advertising sales and doing the damn thing, I must say. And I was working those long hours at work. I was in this high stress environment where I was putting out fires 24/7. Everything was an emergency at work. It really wasn't. But everybody in ad sales thinks that they have an emergency. So I was there to put the fire out, right? And you're stuck in these long meetings at work, and most of the time they catered good food. Sometimes not. I'm stuck eating pizza. And sometimes they will have salad, but burgers and pasta and all this delicious stuff that I should not have been eating. But I did. And then after my long day at work, I will come home and sleep and get up and do it again. So it was very, very stressful for me. And I had to also try to balance my personal relationships. So my personal relationship would be, family, friends, and I had a boyfriend at the time. So everything else I considered a priority, but what I did not do is that I didn't make myself a priority during that time. I was busy pleasing everybody else but me. So that's how my health started to decline. It came to a point where everything was getting too much for me, and I had to decide what was really stressing me out and what I needed to get rid of. So I started off with the boyfriend. So I got rid of him. That was too toxic for me. Couldn't deal with it. And then I kept the friends, and then the family. I had some, family issues, and I stopped talking to some relatives, and so I got rid of them. And then obviously I could not get rid of work because I needed bills to get paid. So I stayed with them and continued working like a fool, 12 hours a day, and just neglecting myself. And then I started to work out. Now, I was working out right after work to release some stress, right? But I was not doing it correctly because I was working out and I was eating like a slice of pizza and a soda for lunch. And I don't even think I was eating breakfast. And if I was eating breakfast, maybe I had cereal, some sugary cereal. And then in the evening, I would probably make pasta or grab something, on my way home before I caught the train. So again, that's how my health started to decline with my poor choices that I've been making during that time. Then all of a sudden, I started not feeling well. I started with a stomach ache. And it was such a sharp pain that I got to the point where I could not walk. I was walking really, really slowly to and from work. And then I started losing weight as well the weeks prior. And I had my boss noticing oh my God, you're losing weight. And I was like, yeah, I know, isn't it great? Because I was I was a little chubby and I wanted to lose weight. So I was like, oh, great. Yeah. Additional weight loss during this. And I was like, why not? But it was too fast and my goal was not to lose weight. So with the weight loss and with the sharp pain in my stomach, it all started to crumble. I mean, literally started to crumble. And I got sick and, you know, I went to a hospital to see what was going on. And the doctors had no clue what was going on with me. So that was the beginning of my illness. So I was basically hospital hopping. That's what I want to call it. Yeah. Hospital hopping, trying to figure out what was going on with me because I had no clue. And then my health was getting worse. Like I had this fever. I couldn't eat. I was not walking too fast, and it was just awful. So the last hospital that I went to 3 of them. They sent me home after I spent, you know, a week there. That was my like vacation. I spent a week there, and they said, well, go home and we don't know what the hell you have. Pretty much that's what they, you know, that's what they said. We don't know what the hell's going on with you. So I went home, and the next day is when I started having these leg cramps. And I'm like, well, why do I have these leg cramps? You know, I usually had leg cramps when I used to run track when I was younger, you know, or do my sports and volleyball. But I have not been doing any type of exercise while I've been sick. I've just been going to hospitals and trying to figure out what was going on. So I'm like, why do I have leg cramps, right? So the following day, I could not walk. I stopped walking. I was in excruciating pain. Pain that I do not wish anyone. I don't wish anyone this type of pain. It's the most horrible pain in the world. I was literally crying of how bad the pain was. Like I was in a lot of pain. So rheumatoid nodules formed on my legs. So I would have my mom like massage them out. Like she would massage it, and I would be crying hysterically. And my joint pain was awful. I mean, I do not wish that pain upon anybody. Anybody. It was really bad. And I was bedridden for about 2 months. I was bedridden. I could not walk. I mean, my mom had to put me in a wheelchair and, you know, take me to from these doctor's appointments, trying to figure out what was wrong with me because no one had a clue what was going on with me. And, you know, after seeing every type of doctor possible, I ended up seeing a rheumatologist, and he told me that it was, you know, gut related. And my gastroenterologist, you know, was trying to figure out because none of my tests didn't show anything. Like they checked me for celiac, they checked me for everything in the world, and I was fine according to them. So that's when my rheumatologist prescribed me with prednisone. And prednisone, you know, is a very dangerous drug. And it did help me walk again, which I am grateful for. But it also has very dangerous side effects. So, you know, I was on that and it helped me. It did. So after being on prednisone for a long time, I also ended up seeing a naturopathic doctor, and I just wanted to try something else and see what I can do with my health and how to better my health. And thank goodness that I saw a naturopathic doctor as well, because he taught me how to eat. And he was like, what are you eating? And I told him, like, yeah, pizza, pasta, chips. And he's like, okay, well, let's try to improve your nutrition and see how you will feel afterwards, right? Now, he just, showed me how to eat better, because at the time he didn't tell me about nightshades, and I figured that out after the fact, with trial and error. But anyways, so I went under his program and he nursed me back to health, like good health. And I was able to get off prednisone, and my doctors were just so happy and excited that I was able to get off of it. And I realized that food can be your medicine, which was mind-boggling to me, because I had no clue that nutrition plays a huge role in your health. Had no clue. I didn't know about this. So shortly after, I finally returned back to normal. And, of course, I had those prednisone side effects that I had to deal with. And I dealt with it. But I just wanna say that, wow, nutrition is a game changer for many people. Make sure that you're eating good nutrition, good food, because it also has an impact on your health. So that's what really led me to receiving my certification in holistic nutrition and health and wellness, because I want to share my journey and also let everyone know that eating for your health is very, very important. Maintaining a well-balanced lifestyle is also very important. Very important. And a lot of women, us women, we tend to be so busy with pleasing others, helping others out, and we have a tendency to neglect ourselves and our health. And I just want to remind all the women to please put yourself first. Take care of your family, but also take care of yourself, and don't neglect yourself, because I don't want anyone else to be in the shoes that I was once in. It was very, very scary for me to not being able to walk, and I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't bathe myself, couldn't brush my teeth, and my mother was helping me with everything. So it was very, very scary, but I'm very, very grateful with my team of doctors, Western and my holistic doctor, that they were able to nurse me back into great health. And now I learned how to maintain a better balance with work and life. And I just want to help everyone else.